What's going on, you guys? It's Team Toon Rose, and we're back at you with another video. You guys know who I am, Kami. Accompanying me, as always, Jack, my boy. How we doing today, buddy?
It's going well, my friend. It is going well.
Oh, you can say that again. As you see from the title of the video, we're representing Hasselberry with Scrap Dino DNA.
Best of me, they want the best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it all. You got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me. They want the best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me now. Best of me. They want the best of me now.
Alrighty then. First duel. Now, what I love so much about this deck is its ferocious energy that it brings. Like, I have never enjoyed playing a deck other than this deck. Like, I know it's an older deck, but I still love it.
Yeah, I know you definitely love them strong, beat them down type of decks.
It's just my playstyle. I prefer to have the biggest, the biggest bat in the room, if you know what I mean. Let's say it's just with how much I can play out of the graveyard and play a couple cards from the banish pile, plus with some of the monster effects. Like this is probably my first real deck that has control in it than not. Because there's with Dolka and the other one, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But those two cards, I can take care of some troublesome cards very fast. Like, this man just went ahead and threw in his his white stone to get it out. But Dolka shuts it down. No blue whites for them. Fairly easy stop on my part. So I was it works also with Tri-Brigade and any other card that has the monster effects. It can shut down stuff very fast, especially going first. Now, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if going first or going second is better with this deck, because you kind of get the same outcome whether you go first or second, as long as you leave yourself in a good board state. Quick thing. I know it says connection failed, but as soon as I went to attack, they straight quit out. So I thought they surrendered, and then it popped up a connection failed. So I'm pretty sure they just quit. They just straight rage quit.
Hey, rage quit. That's hell no, I'm out.
I'm out of here. Next up, game 2. Now this one's gonna be fairly quick. I'll say that right now. So I would really pay attention to how my board state is, because this is generally what you want to do going second with this deck. I would think. So
would you rather go first or second?
What's that?
I said, would you rather want to go first or second with this deck?
With how I play, I prefer going second because I want to be the first one to attack. But I feel like the deck's a little bit more utilized when you're going first because you get some of your effect cards up, like with you get to use more of your effects. But like I said, it's kind of a toss-up. It just really depends on what you feel like doing, because you can set up defensively with your Evil Light cards, or you can set up with your Ultimate Conductor, your True Kings. You could even set up with Scarlet Red Dragon or Borreload. As I say, there's multiple ways you can get set up for turn 1, so you don't have to worry too much turn 2. Especially if you have, an Ash in your hand, a Maxi in your hand, or a Call by the Grave, then you really don't have to worry about too much. So, like I said, I think it's a little deferral, going first, going second. But with me and how I usually play, I personally prefer to go second.
So what cards do you want to see in your hand going second then?
You definitely want to see a Miscellaneous Source, either a Pterodon or a Babysaurus. Preferably either a Oviraptor or a double evolutionary pill, and some other kind of support, whether it be Call by the Grave, Maxi, because that way you can activate your Maxi for when they start special summoning, or you can Call by the Grave if they do try to activate effects stopping you. Because with Miscellaneous Source's effect, you activate it, your dinosaurs can't be touched by activated effects, and then you're basically free reign. Then you can use its secondary ability to banish it, grabbing a card, whether it be a 1 or a 2, depending on what you want to do. Normally, you want to grab this card right here if you do the 1, because this will pop a baby dino, which allows you to draw a card and get a double evolutionary pill in your hand. But you really only want to do that though if you don't already start with a double evolutionary pill. You can still do it for the extra draw for the monster effect, but it's a little bit of a toss-up. But the Oviraptor for sure, because of the fact that you get to search for a card and then you can use it to pop a dino. So if you have a baby on the field, you can use it to pop one and use the baby dino as a draw effect. So yeah, I would say that's probably like my preferred hand is like a Miscellaneous Source, an Oviraptor, a baby dino, a Maxi, and like that. Say as long as you have those cards, actually, it doesn't really matter what the other card is in your hand. As long as you really start with those 3, those are probably the most viable.
Alright, you'll love to see it. Love to see it.
Oh yeah, I would say. And then when you're able to play 2 ultimate ultimate conductors on the field, and just stomp your opponent. That's a one-shot, baby. And there you have it, in the spirit of Hasselberry, Scrap Dino DNA. Oh man, I love this deck too much. Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
So tell me, my friend, what So what do you think is like the best cards in this deck? Like cards that you definitely need 100%. Like if somebody was going to play this deck, but it may not have it all the way done for how expensive this deck is.
Right. So, yeah. So anybody knows this deck, or anybody that knows about the game, the Dino cards are super expensive. I'm not even gonna lie. This took me about a month to get because it's so expensive. But the cards, I would 100% say if you wanted to build something off of this. Definitely you want your Bedazzled Crocodile here. Any of the baby cards, which are I would say pretty valuable. Definitely your Miscellaneous Saurus, your Oviraptors. Definitely a Giant Rex, but Giant Rex is a normal, so you can build that no problem. And honestly, your Conductor. I say those cards alone. Oh, and your double evolutionary pill. That's always viable for if you run your Crocodile. If you run the Crocodile, the double evolutionary pill is so easy to fetch, it's not even funny.
Okay.
But those cards, I would say you take those, you can run any format of the dinos, and you will be fine because you have an easy way to get your conductor to your hand with Soul Eating Oviraptor and your double evolutionary pill. You also have a safety net with your Miscellaneousaurus, and then its secondary effect, which allows you to bring out your Crocodile, and therefore popping one of the babies. Babies activate draw effect, and you can grab Oviraptor, another Miscellaneousaurus if you want to. You can grab a Giant Rex, and then with Giant Rex, the only reason why I'm saying Giant Rex is super valuable is because if this card gets banished, you automatically get to bring it back to the field for free. And with how this deck is set up, this card easily gets banished for either True King or for Ultimate Conductor. I'm sorry, no, for Ultimate Conductor or using the double evolutionary pill. And it's easy to bring it right back to go into NXZs. Now, for the XZ cards, or for the extra deck cards, I would definitely say Lagia and Dolka. Those two cards are too good not to have in any Dino deck. I'd say Dolka stops monster effects, and Lagia stops spell and trap card effects. So those two cards are pretty valuable to have as well. Obviously your Zeus, but the Penstag with Conductor is very, very good because you're allowed to inflict piercing damage on defense position monsters. And with Conductor's ability, all the cards on your opponent's field flip over into defense position, and it gets to attack each monster. So, with that being said, I mean, it's too good not to have. And then I would recommend having your Underworld Goddess in the deck as well. Only reason why I'm saying that is because in the duel against Cyber Dragons, the Cyber Darkness Dragon, that card would have been a problem. Not too much of a problem, but it would have been a problem if I didn't get rid of it. And with Underworld Goddess's effect, it allows you to use one of your opponent's monsters as a tribute for its link. But those are the cards I would recommend for the extra deck: is Underworld Goddess, Dolka and Lagia, and Penstag. Anything else, really, whatever you want to run, go ahead. Everything else is really just a safety net, because you're either going to be going into Penstag every time, or Dolka and Lagia, and then your Goddess for a backup. And Conductor, Oviraptor, Miscellaneousaurus, the Giant Rex, Bedazzled Crocodile, and the babies. The babies are for sure a necessity. And if you really want to, I would throw Nubaru in there. I know I didn't show it off, but there was plenty of games I've played where Nubaru has saved my butt. With all that said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys drop a like if you haven't yet, comment down below if you haven't yet, and hey, while you're here, you might as well subscribe. It's free, helps us out, and you guys get notified when we upload the juiciest content to YouTube. And with all that said, you guys, I'm Kami, he's Jack, we're Team Toon Rose, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.
See you.
Scrap Dino DNA!
Want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.